Hi guys, welcome to Colossus Mathematics class. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. Alright, in today's class we want to talk about linear combination. And when we talk about linear combination, we have the definition here which says let v1, v2, v3 up to vn, which is a member of vector v, and alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3 up to alpha vn, alpha n, which is a member of the field F. A vector V is called linear combination if V1, V2 in F equals, if we have V to be equal to alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3 multiplying our V1, V2, V3, which is equal to V, then we'll say it is a what? It is a linear combination. Now, talking about that, we are going to be using these examples to see what we are trying to do here. All right, so we have an example here which says if v1, so solution here. So this one says v1 is 101, v2 is minus 112, and v3 is 0 1 minus 3. So we are going to be following this. All right, so they said is v4 a linear combination of all this. So that means if I do alpha 1 v1 plus alpha 2 v2 plus alpha 3 v3, I should get v4. That is what this question is talking about. All right, so how will you get that? It is very, very simple. All you just need to do is write your alpha 1 and what's your v1. Your v1 is 101. Can you see that now? So you write alpha 1, your v1, and alpha 2, so plus alpha 2, what's our v2? Our v2 is what? Minus 1, 1 and 2, then plus alpha 3. Our alpha 3 is 0 1 and 3, 0, this is minus 3, 0 1 and minus 3. All right, and equals to v4. What's our v4? Our v4 is 3 minus 1 and 0. Can you see how I do that now? So that is your first step. Then after that, you go into the next step, which is multiplying it. So this multiplied by alpha 1 will give you alpha 1, minus this times this will give you alpha 2. Then this times this, that's 0. So that's equal to 3. Can you see that now? Then we have alpha 1 times 0, which will give us 0. So we have alpha 2 times 1, which will give us alpha 2. And we have alpha 3 times 1, which will give us plus alpha 3, which will equal to what? Minus 1. All right. And then the next one, we have alpha 1 times 1, which is alpha 1. Alpha 2 times 2 will give us 2 alpha 2. And alpha 3 times minus 3 will give us minus 3 alpha 3, which is equal to what? 0. Can you see that now? So after that, the next thing you need to do now is to solve this simultaneously. Now, if you are solving this simultaneously, you are going to see that we have something there. We have something. Here we have alpha 1, alpha 2. Here we have alpha 2, alpha 3. So that means this third one is what should determine what I can use. So if I want to solve alpha 1, alpha 2, that means I need to make alpha 3 sort of formula here and put it into this equation. All right, or make alpha 3 sort of formula here, put it into this equation. By so doing, I'll know alpha 1 and alpha 2 again. So you can just say, from equation 2. So from equation 2 is alpha 2 plus alpha 3 equal to minus 1. So what you just need to do is to make alpha 3 set of formula. If you make alpha 3 set of formula, you are going to have alpha 3 equal to minus 1 minus alpha 2. All right. So after doing that, put this equation into equation 3. So we are putting equation 4 into equation 3. Equation 3 is what? Alpha 1 plus 2 alpha 2 minus 3 alpha 3 equal to 0. So putting this into this, that will be alpha 1 plus 2 alpha 2 minus 3 into minus 1 minus alpha 2 equal to 0. Can you see what I did there now? So that's the major thing you are going to do first. So opening the bracket, you are going to have alpha 1 plus 2 alpha 2 minus 3 times minus 1 will give us will give us plus 3. Then minus 3 times this will give us plus 3 alpha 2 equal to 0. And doing that, we are going to have alpha 1, this and this. What are we going to be having there? 2 and this. So that will give us plus 5 alpha 2 equal to 3 will cross the other side, that become minus 3. All right. So that means this equation is alpha 1 plus 5 alpha 2 equal to minus 3. Now this is equation 5. So you can see that my equation 1 and equation 5 are the same thing now. So since my equation 1 and equation 5 are the same thing, I am now going to solve them simultaneously. So solving equation 1 and 5 simultaneously. So solve equation 1 and 5 simultaneously. Solving them simultaneously, I'm going to have alpha 1 minus alpha 2 equal to 3 and alpha 1 plus 5 alpha 2 equal to minus 3. All right. So they are already the same. All right. They are already the same. So I need to eliminate alpha 1. Eliminating alpha 1 will make me add minus here. So if I add minus there, I'm going to have this minus this, which will give me 0. And I will have this, that's minus alpha minus alpha 2. So that will give me minus 6. That will give me minus 6 alpha. That will give me minus 6 alpha 2 equal to 3 minus times minus, that's plus. All right. So if you multiply both sides by if you divide both sides by minus 6, you are going to have your alpha 2 to be minus 1. So alpha 2 is minus 1. I need to get my alpha 3. So from this equation already, we have alpha 3, which is set of formula. So I just need to put this into this place and I'll get what I need. So we just need to, let me put this back. So we need to put alpha 2 equal to minus 1 into equation 4. Yeah, equation 4 is alpha 3 equal to minus 1 minus alpha 2. Then alpha 3 will now be equal to what? Minus 1 minus, open bracket, minus 1. So that will be minus 1 plus 1. And that's what? 0. All right. So my alpha 3 is also 0. So I need to get alpha 1 now. So I can put alpha 2 into this equation 1. I get what I'm saying now. So put alpha 2 equals minus 1 into equation 1. Equation 1 is what? Alpha 1 minus alpha 2 equal to 3. So that will be alpha 1 minus 1 equal to 3. That's alpha 1 plus 1 equal to 3. Then I'm going to have alpha 1 to be what? 2. So therefore, my alpha 1 is 2. Alpha 2 is what? Minus 1. And alpha 3 is what? 0. Sorry about that. So we have been able to get all we need. Now this is not our final answer. Don't forget we said in the definition that it is the combination of alpha 1 multiplied by v1, alpha 2 multiplied by v2, alpha 3 multiplied by v3. If I get v4, then that is when I will say it is a linear combination. So I need to go back into this place and fix the answers there. All right, so let's do that. So what's my alpha 1 now? My alpha 1 is what? 2. So that will be 2 open brackets the v1 that we have before, which is 1 0 1. My alpha 2 is minus 1, so that's minus 1 multiplied by v2, which is minus 1 1 2, then plus alpha 3, which is 0, and v3 is 0 1 minus 3, equal to v4, which is 3 minus 1 and 0. So let us check that. So if you multiply, let's see if you are going to get v3 here. Let's see that 2 times 1 2, minus 1 times 1, that's plus 1, 2 plus 1, that's 3, this 0, so we got 3. Can you see that now? 2 times 0, that's 0, minus 1 times 1, that's minus 1, 0 times this, that's 0, so we have minus 1. Can you see that now? Then 2 times 1 is 2, minus 1 times 2 is minus 2, 2 minus 2, that will give us 0, 0 times minus 3, that will give us 0, and that's why we have 0. So therefore your conclusion will now be, so therefore v4 is a linear combination of v1, v2 and v3. By following this complete method, you'll be able to get your full mark in your exam. All right, so you can try this example too, using the same method I used. So you can pause this video and try this example too. We'll be having the part 2 of this teaching where I will be solving this example too. So don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. If there are any questions you need to ask, feel free to do that in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching and do have a great day. So don't forget to solve this example too and submit in the comment section if it's a linear combination or not a linear combination. Thank you very much for watching and do have a great day.